Carrie's your first practice run. Come on.
We
And the
live.
host of the show, Mrs. Carrie Mabel.
Are you?
She's in a panic.
Yeah, that's where the panic. Well, we live. We are live. Trying to give some people some chance to come out here.
We'll let you get a couple under your belt, then you can take over the hosting duties.
You can take he's the host, baby.
Well, who's gonna come up with the topic?
Trying to get y'all, the people that's already on live, come on out here. Let everybody know we on. Like, share, subscribe. I don't think you gotta have no tissue. This ain't gonna be one of those sad moments. We ain't got no sad topic today, so you ain't gonna be crying and all that stuff. But if the wrong mate is listening, you may be crying. If the wrong mate listening,
This a try to embarrass Daryl moment. Yeah, it ain't gonna happen though.
No, man, that's not what I'm trying. I would dare try to embarrass you, man. I wouldn't do that. No.
Well, we're just touching on a few points that might have came across your path. So we just want some input tonight to see how you feel about it.
You sure Terry didn't put you up to this?
I didn't put Carrie up to that. Carrie did on her own. I did not say anything to Carrie.
I have to remind you, like I remind my husband, I'm not from Memphis, so I don't know a lot of people or a lot of background with people. So
You know Terry. He probably subconsciously told you in your ear at the picnic.
No, and
this will be a good topic for the show.
No.
I'll put none past him.
I'm not gonna take credit for that one. I didn't actually do it. I didn't do it. But when she gave the idea, I'm like, wow. And the first person I thought about is you, sir.
I know it.
Oh, I promise you.
I know you did.
This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun.
And when I saw it, the first person I thought about was you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If this don't smell like a T-Wheel production, it's okay though. We're gonna roll through it.
We're gonna get through it.
You'll be a better man because of it, man. Just look at it like that.
It ain't gonna affect me one way or another.
Quit getting cocky. Stop doing that.
It's not.
Take your testosterone. What is it?
Testosterone.
Yeah, take your testosterone down a level, man. We should be arguing anyway. We should be a close knit unit. We shouldn't be arguing about that. You get defensive over stuff. I mean, it's a topic. I mean, if it's hitting you, if it's hitting home, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're trying to make it affect me, but I'm telling you that.
Why would I do that, man?
I'm telling you
I wish you nothing but love and happiness.
I know.
Scouts on her. Scouts on her.
What was he saying? Oh, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be some pillow talk after this show.
Oh no, I wouldn't say that.
Pillow talk after this show.
No.
Look at it. He can't contain himself.
Man, no, ain't gonna be no pillow talk, man.
Yeah, it will be.
No, ain't gonna be no pillow talk.
Great show.
I know who run the early household. I know it.
Great show. That's all you're gonna hear. Great show.
Okay. Maybe I need to have on Real Talk. Well, I ain't got to worry about you because Real Talk, we're gonna let everything out. You know, we ain't holding no punches or nothing.
I wish we had Real Talk this week. There's so much stuff to talk about this week.
Oh yeah, it's a bunch, man. But I probably could spend the whole. I would want a whole 2-hour segment on Gruden by itself.
And we got Gruden. We got the dude that they found his bones supposedly.
Hold on, no, wait. We're gonna talk about that too, but I heard some more details about that from what you told me last night, man, and they confirmed that them his bones. So could he be? Could it possibly be that they both were murdered? But I don't know, Darryl. I'm just saying. Why would they confirm through his dental records that those were his bones?
And dental records can be changed.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Well,
okay, Quincy. Okay, Quincy MD.
No, I'm just saying. It's just everything just seemed it just seemed odd to me.
But what would be the reason? What would be the reason why they would even say that? I mean, why try to hide it? I mean, why would they do that? They have no reason to do that. So,
I mean, you never know. I don't know. It's just everything. I don't know.
Anyway, that's another show. We don't talk about that, man. I'm ready to get to Battles of the Heart. We done made it. I mean, we did a show in how long?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Been some months, ain't it?
It's been some months, man, and we apologize for that, man. We've been doing Treadwell alumni stuff. Miss Carey been doing some things behind the scenes and all that. So, look, we back. We ready. Battles of the Heart. Let's go ahead and start this thing off, man.
Exactly where it is I think I'm going. All I know is that I'm tired of me feeling this pain. Ain't it a shame? What would you do if I said I really wanna move on to something new? To something new, 'cause you act like you really love me. You don't wanna give me what I need when I be loving you, kissing, hugging you.
We are back. We're back. We've been gone for a while. Matters of the Heart. I am the host this week, D. Early. I am joined by T. Will.
Hey, that's not what my caption says. That's not. Let's do that
I ain't
again.
got my glasses on. I can't
Okay,
read that.
that's not it. Do we need to take two and go back and play the music again and let's start over?
Yeah, let's do that. We're back with T. Will. It's whack to shack.
It's whack to shack. Y'all, we'll get a little bit more into that, what that means and who I'm talking about, a little bit later in the show. But I'm just glad to be back. Like I said, we've been gone for a couple months. We've been doing a little alumni stuff with the Treadwell alumni. Miss Carey's been doing a few things behind the scenes, but we got this thing back together. We ready to get this thing back started, and I'm looking forward to it. Got a great topic tonight, and I'm just ready.
And last but not least, the lovely Miss Carey Mabon, the third leg of the wheel.
What's the nickname? What's the nickname? What's the nickname? Is it Lady K?
We can do Lady K. I'm okay.
Lady K.
We can do Lady K.
Yeah, we can hit on that.
We got to work on it. We got to work on
it. Topic for tonight's show: how long is too long to be engaged? How long is too long to be engaged? That's a hot topic. Just a little background on me.
Oh, look at it, boy! Hey, no, you're not gonna take none of this thing. I know what you're trying to do. No, you're not. No, don't talk about you. Matter of fact, before we even get started, man, we got to take care of our people, man. We got a commercial. We got to do this commercial, man. We got people that sponsor us, man, and we got to show them love. We're not letting you. You're not getting off the hook like that, sir.
It almost worked.
Yeah, it almost worked, Kerry. He tried to. I already know what he's trying to do. No way.
It
Yeah, he
almost
tried to
worked.
get it in.
No.
We're gonna go straight to our sponsor, Magic, Simply Magic Candles, the official sponsor of all the In the Clutch podcasts. Simply Magic Candles, the official sponsor of all the In the Clutch podcasts. Owner and CEO Pamela Brown turned her hobby into a business. These homemade, slow-burning candles are sure to freshen up any environment. Simply Magic is a nature-friendly company that provides elegant yet affordable candles. With a variety of fragrances you can enjoy, these candles will not only entice your senses, they will enhance your mood. For more information, they can be reached at info@simplymagiccandles.com, or you can reach Pamela Brown at 901-268-5354. Simply Magic Candles. And I told y'all that we had a big surprise coming. And y'all probably can't see it, but we have our own fragrance in the
Okay.
clutch. We got our own candle fragrance in the clutch. Terry, tell them how good it smells.
I'm telling you, and I'm just not bragging on them, just be bragging on them because they're our sponsor. But I'm telling you something, that candle is wonderful. I mean, I've been using. I ain't never seen nothing like it. I mean, y'all know. I was just saying, man, put that where the information is at the bottom. Y'all reach out to this young lady. Reach out to this young lady and get these candles. I'm not even going to talk about it anymore. I just want you to get the candle. If you get the candle, you're going to be speechless just like I am. This is the best candle that I've ever smelled, ever. And she got different fragrances, but the one that I got, oh goodness. I mean, so shouts out to her for getting that. Kerry, you got yours yet?
I ain't got them to her yet. I still got. I'm gonna get them to her.
Wow.
I'm gonna
Have you got Kerry's shirt yet? Have you got her In the Clutch shirt yet?
I'm gonna get that too, man.
I let the alumni thing take place.
It's coming.
Okay.
It's coming.
But Pamela Brown, man. Pamela Brown, 901-268-5354. Get those candles, man. I mean, them candles are wonderful.
She say the In the Clutch candle is lately has been one of her best sellers too.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that was a collaboration between me and her to formulate that scent. So yeah, it's I think we knocked that one out the park. But let's move on to the subject at hand. How long is too long to be engaged?
It looked like it was sort of tough for that to come out your mouth, sir.
Yeah,
Hey,
because
let me ask you something. Kerry, I know you're going to be, once you get yourself together, this really is your show. But let me ask you a question because you came up with the topic. Can you say, when we said how long it takes to get engaged, what happened if you got individuals that, how could I put it? If you just dating, not even to the engagement stage yet. I mean, is that included? So I'm saying if you've been dating somebody for a period of time and you ain't got engaged yet, I mean, is that included in this topic, or you have to be engaged and you have a long engagement?
Well, when the topic came to my mind, it was he got down on one knee. He popped the question. She said yes. The next thing is set the date. So when you set the date, how far out is it? And if it's 5 or 6 years down the line, is that too long?
oh well, I can answer that.
Oh, see, he got off the hook because that's why I asked you about it. I asked you about another situation. See, he gonna want to talk about that all day long. I'm gonna let you go ahead and answer it because Kerry sort of just eased it up for you a little bit. So go.
No.
Yes, she did.
Because I was under the impression she was talking about the dating part and everything.
See, that's what I thought too. That's why I asked.
So
Well,
hey,
Well, I will tell you something. Yes, that is what we're talking about. We're gonna add that to the show today. So we don't add that to the show because I'd be damned if we just gonna talk about that.
I
We need
mean,
to talk about relationships in general.
Relationships in general.
I
So
just want to talk about relationships
well,
in general.
okay. So
So
how?
if I start dating you right date you right outside of high school at 18, and here we are 30, and we ain't moved to the next level yet. That should be sort of considered the same situation as being engaged and you hadn't set the date yet. It should be sort of one and the same.
well, I can see your point on that. I really can. Because
Okay.
if you're dating somebody, and I know everybody's different. I have a rule. Now, if I don't put 2 years into this and you don't know one way or the other, that's a red flag to me. But that's just my personal. I can't speak for every woman. I can't speak for every man. But 2 years and you don't know whether you want to go be committed and move on to the next step, that's throwing a red flag up for me.
So you
2 years ain't really a long time.
No, it's not.
No, it's
But
not long.
if you're
No.
committed to me, I'm not seeing anybody else. You're not seeing anybody else. We're spending a lot of time together in those 2 years getting to know each other. And I said, that's my opinion.
So you think that should be a common rule amongst women that 2 years 2 years should be the maximum?
No, I can't say that's a common rule.
Okay.
I just know.
That's her rule.
That's my rule.
How long did you and Richard date before he popped the question?
Oh my God, you really want to know this story?
Oh yes. Inquirer minds want to know.
We went on our first date in May, and he asked me to marry him in August of the same year.
Wait. Say that again.
We went on our first date in May,
Okay.
and he asked me to marry him in August of the same year.
Well, I'll be damned, Richard. You quick at your point. I didn't even know that.
I ain't exactly. So you don't blew me away with that one.
Oh man.
Let me gather myself together because now my follow-up question ain't finna work. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But pretty much, we knew what our plan was when we met each other. Even though
Go in there and watch TV.
I haven't talked to him beforehand, when I met him, I knew I wanted to get
go in there
married.
until I get out.
And he knew he wanted to get married before he met me. But it just seemed that I just feel like our souls were meant to be when it came together that quick. And to me,
but how often do that happen? Honestly, I mean, where
it doesn't happen that often. That's rare, very rare.
Terry, how long did you and Sean date before you popped the question, or did she pop the question to you?
She could have. I look. I did a surprise. I popped the question, a surprise in New Orleans. We was headed on a cruise and decided a few months before the cruise that I wanted to sit up there and do that. Got with her girlfriends and some of her closest people and family and all that, and they met. They went down there. She not knowing that they were going to come. I set up dinner reservations, and the girls had everything down there set up and ready and all that. And I'm rushing her to get up to the restaurant, and she was procrastinating, and I'm just getting frustrated. And everybody at the restaurant calling me like, "Where y'all at?" And we had to jump out of the cab, and she had to run in heels for a block and a half because I'm telling them, if we don't get there in time, we're going to lose our table. So she running in heels and all that. But long story short, we got there. And it was a great surprise. And that was down there in New Orleans. And I did that like in October, November-ish of let me get this right.
Hey man, to make a short story long.
No, I know. I'm just trying to make sure I get the dates right. But anyway, I did it that November, but we ended up getting married in February. So it was about 4 months. I really can't say nothing.
No. How long did you date before you popped the question?
Oh, 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah. 2 years.
See, Kerry, that's all he had to say. We ain't need all that other stuff. All we need, I just asked simple.
Well, Kerry sat up there and told her what happened between her and Richard, so how come I can't tell you what happened between me and mine?
Because we don't care about what happened with you. We care about Sean and her having to run in the hills because you misplanned popping the question to her and had her rush you.
Well, let me ask you a question. You heard from both of us.
How long have you been? How
long have you been in your relationship, sir? Cat Williams, I'll wait. I'm just asking.
Let me text and answer because
I knew you was gonna try to think. I already know the answer to that. I know when it first happened.
Wait a minute. Did he say he got to ask her?
Yeah.
No, he got to ask her. Look, he got to ask her. I know. This was 2011.
That's when we met.
Yeah. Y'all start dating. Y'all start dating shortly afterwards. Well,
it depends on
2011. It is 2021. So it's been 10 years. Are you engaged? Are you engaged?
First off.
Hey, hold on. Wait. Answer this. Are you engaged?
No, we're not engaged.
Do you have a friend ring? Do you have what you call them things, Kerry? What they call them?
You know what we got
for friends.
You know what we got. You know what we got.
What they call for things called?
Don't worry about it. You know what we got.
You got
we got an understanding. That's what we got.
Oh, you got to understand. Okay.
We got to understand.
Hey, don't get mad. Look, man, this show is matters of the heart, man. Don't try to make it all get upset and all that. We don't look. You yelling, man. I just asked you a question.
No, because you're trying to tell me when
I just asked Kerry.
And I'm telling you
how long. I just asked him, Kerry, how long has he been in a relationship?
Probably
he criticized you and Red talking about that was quick, and then he tell me we didn't ask you about all that. We didn't. And then when I ask him, he gets defensive. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Because you're trying to ask the question and answer it.
Okay, well, someone said the ring that Terry is talking about is called a promise ring.
You know what? Thank you so much. Yeah. Do you guys exchange? You got a promise ring on?
I just told you what we got.
Huh?
I just told you what we got.
Do you got a blood oath? Did you scratch yourselves? And I mean, is it something to justify your love? You got anything?
The U word, an understanding.
Okay. I deal with the understand. I'll talk to Patrice later because I got to get her on Real Talk because we're not gonna get no Real Talk on this show.
Here go the pros of a long engagement or a long courtship. It's helpful for couples that are in different places in their lives because she was in one spot and I was in another spot.
Yeah, that was 10 years ago. 10 years ago.
No, it wasn't 10 years ago. I'm gonna say maybe. And she might disagree with this. I'm gonna say probably 8 years ago. 8 years ago, I'm gonna say that's when we probably really just started dating and saying, okay, we're a couple, we together, blah, 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 blah. Okay. To be honest with you, this is 8 years ago. But I think she probably will agree more with you and say it's been 10 years. Which is,
I know she will because I was waiting on you. I prepped for the show and I was waiting for you to sit up there with this I don't know crap because I've already done my homework. I got the dates over here ready. So if you don't want to tell the truth, I'll tell the truth for you.
No, I ain't. What we always say, one thing we're not gonna do, we're not gonna lie on the show. I ain't gonna lie. I already knew you was gonna bring up the 2011, which is fine. I'm gonna say this. Let's say 2011. Let's say we'd have dated for 2 years. Let's say we'd have got engaged and we would have had a year-long engagement and would have got married. That would have put us at what, 2014, right?
Yeah, right.
We wouldn't be married right now if we would have got married in 2014.
And why is that?
That ain't none of your business, but we wouldn't have got married.
Don't tell us part of your story on the show. Go ahead,
He said they wasn't in the same place, but so I can respect that because I would rather, if you need to wait and get yourself together, I'd rather you do that than to be a statistic of a divorce. If that makes
sense. Kerry. Kerry.
50% of marriages end in divorce.
Kerry. Let's talk about 2014 to 2021. That's 7 additional years. Okay, once you get all this stuff figured out, What's the problem now, Karen?
It's
Quit taking up for him.
Wait a minute. This his time frame. Mine
Thank
is
you.
covered.
Thank you.
Man, I'll tell you. Look, man, he's not going to get by. He's not going to get by with all that. I can take what he's talking about, being in different spaces and all that. I get it. I get it. But he did all the math, and he got to 2014. He said they still wouldn't be married. Well, they've been together since then. That 2014, and it's almost going to be 2022. So let's talk about those years. We talked about the previous 5 years. Let's talk about the other 6 years.
Hold on. No.
So what are your intentions?
I use that as a time frame. What I'm saying is, I'm gonna say the clock probably actually started ticking, and it's still been 5 years. I'm gonna say 2016. I'm gonna say the clock started ticking then. No, really, I'm gonna say probably 2017, 2018.
See, that's why he left. You know what I'm saying? See, that's why I said. See how he over there left? You know what? If I was Patrice, I'd kick his ass out the house. I after this show, he would. If he did another episode, it wouldn't be in that house.
Now, look, and I'm saying that because I'm looking at where we were, where we got to, and where we're at now. It would have been the same thing in 2014, 2016. We would not be married. We would not be together now if we would have got married in any one of those years. We would not be. I'm telling you, we would not be together.
Y'all together now, man. You've been together all this time. Look, I ain't going, man. I tell you, we're gonna go to commercial break. Get Patrice on here right now.
Oh.
Do what?
I'll boycott until I get Patrice on the show.
Hey, man,
Because
50% of marriages end in divorce.
don't give me that Johnny. I don't want to hear that Johnny Cochran shit. That ain't what we're talking about.
Hold on.
Don't give me all that.
Let me ask you this: how many times you been married?
Once.
Once.
You said been married. That's mean in the past. I'm currently married now, so I was married one time in the past.
You know what I meant. See, okay. Let's.
Well, no, say what you mean.
All
What
right.
you say.
How about this? Can we take a question from one of our comments? Who is this? Miss Felice Denise said, "How long is too long to be in different spaces, and is it healthy for a relationship?"
It's very healthy for a relationship. Very healthy. See, everybody try to put a time frame on how long you supposed to do stuff, and then you pressure yourself, and then you really doing stuff you don't want to do. The one thing about it, and we'll go to commercial break after this, unless you got something else to add to it, Kerry, because I don't want to hear nothing what Terry got to say. If the one thing about it right now, if we do get engaged and married, we don't been through all the relations.
What do you mean if? She still, so as of right now, you still saying if. You ain't gonna marry the woman or not. Step up and be a man. Step up and be a freaking man.
This is not the show to answer that question, but
First off, it has nothing to do with being a man. It has nothing to do with any of that stuff that you trying to say.
Patrice is my friend. She is my friend. She is my friend, and if don't nobody else take up for her, I'm gonna take up for her.
She don't need you to take up for her.
But
She got enough for her.
That's my buddy.
You know what? We're gonna take this commercial break. Then we'll come back.
I figured that.
No, because I want to get this commercial break in on time, and I want to come back so I can light in on you right quick. Because what you saying, you just trying to start something. Well, we're gonna take this commercial. Look at him. Boy,
oh my God, no,
that's
no,
what
no,
friends are for.
Tanya Covington Realtor, a multi-million-dollar producer in the Mid-South since October 2000. She is an accredited buyer's representative, a seller's representative specialist, and committed to excellence. Tanya assists her clients with budgeting, home repairs, and the loan process, all the way to closing. Tanya exemplifies integrity, energy, hard work, and creative service in every detail of her real estate transaction. She has built a successful career in real estate for over 19 years in the Mid-South. Clients chose to work with Tanya for her full-service team, ethics, experience, and expertise. Her base is strong, full of loyal, repeat customers. And that is the reason Tanya has been so successful in this incredibly competitive sales environment. Tanya's extensive knowledge of the Mid-South residential real estate market is unparalleled. Her clients have consistently sought her advice and trusted her judgment on many deals. A woman of faith, family, and community. Tanya believes one is not defined by what he or she receives, but by what he or she gives. Please call Tanya anytime without obligation. She is ready to go to work for you today.
Okay, see, I tried to set you up again and you keep failing. Anyway, Tanya Covington, that's your home girl right there. Tanya Covington Realty, licensed in Tennessee and Mississippi. She can be reached at 901-870-5337.
You know what? That's my home girl. But see, I'm getting pulled in different directions. I'm getting pulled with your shenanigans, going to a commercial, and then Rachel Dorsey come out with this comment. And Rachel, it's couples, not coupled. It's couples with an S, not ED. Okay, first of all,
this boy hero.
And so what she's trying to say is couple.
Probably took it.
Huh? No, spell check. No, I know Rachel. I know Rachel. That's the way she spells it. Couples have to do what works for them. Long is up to each individual. Now, Rachel. You've been doing good. You've been doing real good. There you go. You better laugh. You've been doing real good. When I just spoke to you earlier on Facebook, you was making some lima beans. I told you make sure you season them up for your man. You remember that? Huh?
Hey man, don't badger the.
I'm gonna badger her because look, we come up here, we tell the truth on this show. Don't give me a statement out there when I know it's something different. Okay? Rachel is in love now. I'm happy for her. She's doing different things. Rachel ain't cooked no lima beans in 15 years, but she cooked some today because she's in love, and love is a beautiful thing. So that's what we try to promote on this show. We want to do things the right way. We want to do that. You know, I'm just trying to get her to understand what we're trying to do here. This show is about love. This ain't about getting on nobody's case. I do this to you because I love you, Daryl. I want you to be happy. I want Patrice to be happy. But you got to be the man. You got to man up.
Wait a minute.
Look, don't nobody who listens to this show right now, if you believe any of this stuff that just came out of his mouth, go check yourself in somewhere.
Well, okay. Now, it's been some good comments. I appreciate everybody commenting. And when it all boils down to it, it's each individual decide what's too long for them. Now, like I said earlier, I know me. 2 years, I got this. That's it. That's all I can do. 2 years. But other people can hold out, maybe because they have other things going on. Maybe they want to get some finances together, because one thing you have to, and I think that's one of our other topics about communication. I think specifically why it's hard for men to communicate. Some men, let me put it like that, because all men don't have a problem with communicating. And we should add in women too, because some women think a man can read their mind, and that's not, I haven't met one yet that can read mine. So I have to let them know what's going on. So when people deciding to get married and they set a date or decide to have a long engagement, it's their business. It's what they want to accomplish. They may want to have $100,000 wedding, and they don't have the finance. They're going to stay engaged and have the big wedding. Or they may say, you know what, let's put our money towards getting a house and not do the big wedding thing. And sometimes you have a little hiccups in finance that say, hey, we got to work on this, but we want to be married when we move into our home. We want to be Mr. and Mrs. whoever when we move into our home. So I can respect all of that.
And see, with me, okay, like Terry, you say you only had one previous marriage. I've been married 3 times. So it ain't no excitement. No.
Man, look, that's what. But think about it. What's the same damn common denominator? It's you. You ain't been married 3 times, and who been in the same marriage the 3 times? Who's the same common denominator? It's you. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. We trying to teach you So you can do better. So you can do better.
Okay. So
we're trying to teach you so you can do better.
So I'm just looking at it from the perspective of I look at all. Well, no, I'm gonna say the last marriage. I really wanted to get married and everything to be right and this and that. But the first two, I feel like I was pressured and I got into it for the wrong reasons or whatever. So now it's like I ain't in no rush. It's like I ain't in no rush. And
damn, how many people married 3 times? Just Wildflower been married 3 times too. Rachel said, I was engaged, but I called it off. That was the best thing. This is not that type of show, people.
I mean, why is it not?
We're trying to promote love. We're trying to promote love. This is matters of the heart, man. Look, everybody's being negative.
That's not being negative. That's just telling the truth. If Rachel was engaged,
take the topics off there. Our viewers don't want to see all that negative stuff. We're trying to promote people in relationships.
No. We're talking about matters of the heart. So you're gonna have the good and you're gonna have the bad.
Yeah.
If you engaged to somebody and you know, hey, you know what, this really ain't what I want to do, you supposed to call it off. You ain't supposed to just go through with it because you don't told your friends.
Rachel was only engaged a month.
Well, it don't matter. It could have been a month. It could have been 3 months. If she decided, hey, it wasn't for me, and she called it off, she did the right thing. She probably better for it now.
So them lava beans wasn't for him.
Man, look, you gonna get up off of Rachel.
Oh. Okay. Well, my bad. I don't know. I'm just puzzled. I'm just puzzled about this show. I was going in another direction and folks just
you was trying to take me down. That's what you was trying to do, but it's not gonna work.
Look, man.
Okay, and Miss Melissa Denise. Okay, I ain't afraid of commitment. Commitment. I'm not afraid of commitment. We've been together all this time. So what am I afraid of?
Bullshit.
Okay.
Okay. And this is another thing to look at it when you committed to someone and not married to them, and nobody wants to look at death. But just suppose I'm gonna use me and Rich for example. We just living it up. We not married, and he the love of my life, and God forbid something happen, and God take him on. So here I am, like, what is my next step? Because 9 times out of 10, no one puts this stuff in writing as, okay, we're not married, but I want her to have X, Y, and Z. Because I don't want to fight with nobody kids over nothing. I really will walk away from it. But you have other people who, like, they put all this into a home and they not married. Something happened. His kids come in and say, hey, I want this because this was my daddy's. And technically, if it's not in writing, I got to hand it over. So, you have to think about a lot of things when you want to be committed to someone. And I'm not pressuring nobody into getting married. I'm not pressuring no one into getting divorced. I'm just saying use common sense and think outside of the box. Things can happen. We've been through a pandemic. That should show you things can happen.
Yeah, and like my girl Rachel, me and her, we joke all the time. If she called it off, she called it off for a reason. Rachel is a sweetheart. I love her to death, and me and her just be joking back and forth. But if she found some red flags, and I commend you on that because previous relationships of mine, I saw the red flags, but I was so in love, I ignored them. I ignored the red flags, but I don't ignore them anymore. But I'm saying I used to, and sometimes love will make you do that. So I'm happy for you, Rachel, because it's still a lucky man out there for you, and it's gonna happen in God's time. So we laugh and joke about that, but I'm happy that you happy.
But you ain't happy that I'm happy.
I want you to be happy, man. But
I am happy. So why are you trying to make it more than anything than it is?
You hurt yourself, man. Why are you so happy?
I hurt myself.
Why are you so? Why are you so happy, man? He telling Rachel, oh, it's all good, but Daryl, it's just because I know her heart. I know her heart.
So you don't know my heart?
Let me tell you something. Yeah, I got a rough exterior, but I'm a softy on the inside. Carrie, will you tell this man who called your daughter at your wedding?
You did. You did.
Who? Who
T
called it?
T is whack the shack wheel.
Okay, I called it. I called it.
And what they got to do
hold
with
on, no,
anything?
no, no. My point is, sometimes it's some truth to the myths that are out there. You know, the one that's supposed to catch the garters, the next one are going to be married. When were you guys married? What's the exact date that you guys got married?
December the 14th,
What year?
2013.
Oh shit! I waited. Wait a minute for shit.
Oh yeah. That's what I thought. So
okay.
yeah. Next story.
Yeah, next
story.
I'm sorry. It took me 5 years to sit up there and do that.
Yeah.
but-
So what took you so long?
Oh, I went with Sean then, dummy.
Oh, that's what it was.
I was a free agent then. I was a free agent. You know, trying to latch on to a good team, and I couldn't find a good team. Well, I ain't gonna say I couldn't find a good team. I wasn't ready for a good team. Let me change that. I wasn't ready for a good team.
So along came Sean, and it just changed everything.
Sean just got me at the right time, man.
Oh,
You know, look. I ain't henpecked. I just pecked by the right hand right now. So
okay.
She caught me, and she knows it. I told her that. She caught me at the right time. You know, you've been knowing me for a while. Carrie, you know how it was. You know how it was. So I done did a whole 360-degree turnaround. Right, Carrie?
So wait a minute. So this what
I'm
you
talking to Carrie right now. I'm talking to Carrie.
This is what you're not gonna do to Sean. You're not gonna tell her that she just caught you at the right time.
She did catch me at the right
She
time.
didn't catch you at the right time. She was just the right one. It ain't got nothing to do
Yeah,
with
she was the right one, but I'm saying she was the right one that caught me.
No, don't say
she
just caught you at the right time. She was just
back
the
to you
right
and
one.
Patrice. Back to you and Patrice.
No, we on you right now. We on you and my friend Sean right now.
Man, look, man.
You're not gonna downgrade her like that.
I ain't downgrade nothing. Look.
She was the one that made you change your ways, fool.
Who? Now she made me change nothing. I changed my own ways, and she caught me as I was changing.
Sean changed you.
Man, Sean ain't changed shit. Sean ain't changed shit.
Wait a minute.
I know it's gonna be that type of show.
I gotta stand up for Sean on this one.
Thank you. You're not gonna do Sean
to
like
make
that.
your heart say she the one.
I'm not denying that, Carrie, but I'm saying I had to find within myself that I was ready to be settled down, that I was ready to sit up there and let the other life go to do that. Yeah, you're right, Wildflower. I did 180-degree turnaround, not 360, 180-degree. But my point is that I had to say I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of running the streets and tired of doing this and doing that. I did that. So she caught me at the right time because I've turned down a few relationships that I could have been in, but I was not ready.
Okay, well,
first of all, the right ones. Hey, what is that behind you?
If you don't get up, did I tell you to go back in there? Go back in there and watch TV.
Leave her alone too.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Leave her alone too.
My grandbaby. That's my grandbaby. She gonna be a star. She gonna see stars.
Well, okay. Well, I hope we have touched enough on this subject. Maybe we can touch on the other subject if we need to.
Yeah, because I'm tired of Terry talking about he changed. No, Sean changed you. When Sean came in your life, you knew that was the best thing gonna ever happen to you, and you took advantage of it.
I'm not denying nothing what you people are saying, but if I didn't have my heart and stuff wasn't in the right place, or I wasn't in the right frame of mind, she wouldn't be allowed to do that. So I'm saying she was at the right place at the right time. I was ready to be got. I was ready to settle down. Okay. Because if I wasn't,
do you realize how bad that sounds?
Well, you call it what you want to call it. They called me Mr. 1800 for nothing.
Do you realize how bad that sounds?
There was a serious reputation that came behind it. I don't do that no more. As you get older, you're supposed to get wise. And see, Carrie, that's where you're supposed to be jumping in on me because you knew the old me. You knew the old me. You knew what.
Okay. The only problem I have is you saying she caught you at the right time.
Thank you.
If we could rephrase that, I'm good.
Yeah,
So,
but it's
so,
not,
if, so if
it's
it
not
would,
meant the
so
way,
if it,
but it's
so
not
if it
meant
have
the
been
way it sounded. I'm saying that
well, you better straighten that up
at the
then. Because
point
if
in
it would have
time,
been
at
somebody
the
else,
point, look, what I'm saying is just say she's always been a good woman. But what I'm saying is I wasn't ready to be the good man
That sounds a whole lot
until I
better.
decided to do. Okay, so it came out that way, but that's what I meant. I'm just saying she was at the right place at the right time. When I decided to say, "Hey, I'm ready to let this go. I'm ready to find true love. I'm ready to move on," she was there. So I'm saying that's what I mean by at the right place at the right time.
Okay,
so
well,
if it would have been Janice Doodle,
Okay, Lisa Michelle. You know what, Lisa Michelle?
you-
See, we got some good audience people here, and Lisa Michelle, you are absolutely right. That's the best way I can phrase it. So let me take that back. Edit the show. She met me at a time when I was finally ready to settle down. That's exactly what I meant, Lisa. Thank you. That's exactly what I meant. But it
well,
came across like
let's
that. So
let's segue that right into the next topic, which is communication, which seems that you have poor communication skills. Lisa, I appreciate you straightening it up. And see, now I'm telling him what he's saying is wrong and don't sound good, but he gonna argue with me. But as soon as somebody else come in and say the same thing I'm saying, now it's yeah, that's what I meant to say right there. Let's go to the next topic here.
okay. Give me a second.
it was in God's timing for me. Yes, Wildflower, it was. It was but before this show end, I don't care if we have to overlap it. We're going back to that man up there. We're going back up there, and I promise you,
We're moving
Patrice, get
forward,
ready.
sir.
Get ready.
We're moving
Go
forward,
back there.
sir.
I know Patrice is in the house somewhere. Go put on your prettiest dress and all that. We're gonna make this. This man is gonna propose before the show is over with.
Okay, well, we're gonna work with why is it hard for some men to communicate with their mate?
We need to change that. Why? Because this guy, he just can't communicate.
Oh, but you know what? I can be a terrible communicator. I don't lie about that. I can be a terrible communicator, but it goes both ways too. Don't just sit up there and say, why can't men communicate? Why can't individuals communicate with their significant other? Is what it should have said. So just like you got on me, Carrie, get it back on you. You changed the way you put that question out there and say it as a whole.
Okay, well, the reason I put it out there like that is because, for one, most of our viewers right now are women. So the question that's being asked is to help support the women cast. Now,
Okay.
I'm not trying
Well, how you expect to get men on the show if you don't put questions out there for the men?
on the show. Y'all two men out here, we want to know why men have a problem with communicating.
You don't want nobody else.
Properly communicating, Terry. That's your problem. You communicate, but you just got poor communication skills. You act like
No.
Sean can read your mind.
She should. The way I be looking sometimes, she should be able to read it.
Well, it's cloudy in there. So she's
Right.
doing the best she can do with what she's
I
working with.
I like told you something. Look,
She
look.
It's cloudy. Well,
Yeah.
I believe the question come about because when it's something on your mind, and I'm gonna say this without putting somebody's business out there. Young lady been married for a while. Her and her husband got a divorce. They was in divorce court when um the judge might have said, and I think I heard this on one of those judge shows. And the judge was like, well, why do you want the divorce? And then the guy was like, she don't cook. And she was like, well, this is my first time ever hearing about I don't cook. But you've been married 5 years and all of a sudden I don't cook. Why it take you 5 years and a divorce to say you didn't cook when you should have been saying the first day, babe, I need you to cook, or do an engagement. I expect a meal.
Here,
2
you stop.
times a
You
week.
stop. You stop right now. You that's blasphemy of what you sit up there saying. I shouldn't have to tell you to cook. That ain't don't put that in no communication.
Okay.
I should if you know
No,
we've
no,
been
no, no.
together if you know we've been together 5 years and your ass ain't been in the kitchen but 10 times in 5 years. Look, I shouldn't have to communicate and tell you nothing.
No, I've used that
Some
as
men
an
do the
example of
cooking.
not communicating.
Some men do
Because-
the cooking.
Well, that's you. I don't cook.
Well, that's your problem.
Well, you're right. That's my problem. But my thing is, you can't use that as no communication. Well, baby, you know what? Shouldn't you cook? Oh, baby, I'm hungry. My stomach growling. What do you want me to say? That should be common knowledge. Now you got to have. Look, God gave you 5 senses, and one of them is common sense. You got to use common sense. That ain't no communication issue right there.
Well, evidently it was, and
If
she
you
didn't
never-
know until then.
I tell you what.
If you never
I
discussed
tell
it,
you what.
that's what I'm saying.
You stop cooking for rat. You stop cooking for rat.
Well, no.
Yeah.
No,
You
No.
stop cooking
See,
for rat.
now he trying to break up your marriage.
No, I
Steve.
tell you what. If she stop cooking for rat, it's gonna be over.
No, we're not even doing that because we have that word. We have an understanding.
Thank you.
When it
Oh,
comes
nothing
to
like
cooking,
an
we have an
understanding.
understanding.
Ain't
Care,
nothing
don't
like
you
an
get tired,
understanding.
Care. We done had shows where you come on here. I said, what you just got to? I just got to fiscally rich or something to eat. He just got in. So don't you start. Look, we don't
Because
allow
we
this show.
have an understanding. We had to talk about cooking before we even got married because I was woman enough to go to him and say, I shouldn't say woman enough. I was adult enough to go to him and say, well, we finna get married. Do you like to have a home cooked meal every day? Do we just eat out on the weekend? We communicated.
And that's
So we
good. But you got women that don't. You got women that don't do that though. That's what I'm saying.
No, you can't put all that on the woman. The man. That's why you stay in long relationships. If you in a long relationship, you already know she ain't cooking.
You see how he slick put that long relationship back in there.
Man.
To
You ain't gonna know that, and you ain't gonna know that in 3 months because y'all going out every weekend to eat. You don't know what she's doing during the week. That's where that long communication comes. That long relationship. That's where that come into play.
Well, maybe motherfucker need to go back to a long relationship then. Because if you ain't sit up there cooking, then it's a problem. It's a problem. It's a problem. It's a huge problem.
As long as she gets you fed, that's all that's important.
Okay, well, I'll take that.
And then it might not even be her responsibility to do that sometimes. You
know
gotta,
what?
you gotta get in there and cook yourself sometimes.
See, look, we're gonna change it and scratch off this.
This ain't the hard shit. We gonna
change this. We're gonna change this. We're gonna change this matters of the hard shit. We need to get to the rough shit now. We need to change this to blend this over to real talk because this right here, this ain't gonna fly because you can't sit up there and talk about communication. You can't you can't be a double standard. You know, women for years have fought for equality, which I agree. They are just as equal.
Slippery slope.
No, and look. Let me slide. Let me slide the way I want to slide. But let me get back to what I'm saying. Now, you got women that've been fighting for equal rights for all these years, which they truly deserve. It shouldn't be no men over women, woman over man. It should be equality. But you can't sit up there and use a double standard for certain things and then solve for the next. If I'm the man of the household and my job is to put a roof over your head and keep food on the table, well, damn. If I can keep food on the table, can you cook the food?
Okay.
That can go both ways.
Let's get out.
Get your ass in there and cook sometime.
Well, I tell you what, I ain't got to do it. I ain't doing it.
See, that's poor communication. That's poor communication.
No,
Sean go out there and work hard all day long, and then you come home and she got to sit up and feed your ass because I'm the man of the house.
I tell you what, Sean, I better see a comment out there, and you getting on Daryl's ass and tell him to stay out that shit. You need to get out there and straighten his ass up.
Sean, I got you. Don't let him intimidate you because he on the air.
Shit.
Okay.
But I ain't worried about that.
Well, let's get out the kitchen then. Let's say there's something Sean does bother you, but you don't tell her, and she do it again. It ain't cooking because we coming out the kitchen.
That ain't gonna happen with him.
No, but you know what, Carrie?
That ain't gonna happen with him.
But you know what?
Bad example, Carrie. That ain't gonna happen with him. He gonna say something. I know him.
Back here, you better stop. You just better stop. I don't want to see no more comments from you back here.
From who?
Miss Felisa back here. Work too hard, she come home to a meal. Man, look, I'll tell you what. Before we go to a commercial break, Carrie, go to the next topic, please.
No, that's what I'm saying. Sean, I know Sean would appreciate coming home from work and having a hot cooked meal on the table sometime, at least once a month. You
Man,
can't do that.
You ain't finna twist this on me, man. We back on your ass. I go. We going back on your ass. This ain't got nothing to do with that.
Well, I guess the next one is really still about communication.
I told you he's a poor
I'm
communicator.
a very poor communicator, but I bet you I got my point across there.
Well, the
Because-
next one is
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's take this quick commercial break.
okay.
Give T Will a chance to calm down
Yeah.
and gather himself. I mean, he
Yeah.
looking all around. He nervous. He scared Sean finna come up there and slap him upside the head or something. So let's go to a commercial break. Gather yourself together, and this your baby girl, so this should put a smile on your face.
Hi, I'm Kennedy Marie of Faces by Ken Marie. I'm a self-taught makeup artist based out of Memphis, Tennessee. There are certain types of makeup artistry. I do cosmetic makeup. People ask me all the time who taught me how to do makeup. I learned it all from YouTube. So anybody out there wanting to pursue makeup or anything and need some inspiration or some help or just to pick me up, go to YouTube. I also make closure wigs. I can customize, construct, and style your wig. I can be reached on Instagram at Faces by Ken Marie. It is also the same for Facebook. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel where I post makeup videos weekly at Kennedy Marie. I'm looking forward to slaying you and thank you for booking with me. Remember, it's Faces by Ken Marie. Book your appointments today.
Yeah, buddy, Faces by Ken. Boy, Lisa did a good job on that girl there. Boy, I swear.
Man, that girl look just like her daddy when you get to talking. That girl look just like her daddy. And see how articulate and punctual she is? Where you think she got it from, man?
Lisa.
The big words that you know right now is because as long as you get around me, you've been started using the big words that I use. You used to use them big words.
Because every time I use them,
words.
You kept asking me what do that mean, so I had to come down to your level.
Well, that was my daughter, my beautiful daughter. She does all that stuff, does the makeup, does the wigs and all that. So look her up and all that. And I'm glad you played that commercial because that calmed me down a little bit because it has started to get a little heated in here. And
Hey,
y'all not gonna turn me and my wife against each other. Me and my wife, she has communication problems. I have communication problems, but we have communication problems together. So,
Okay.
but the thing about it is, we don't lie about ours. We honest with ours. So, I just wish others or other on the show could be honest.
Well, how about
see, now you gonna put that on there. See, man, you're an asshole. You're an asshole.
Okay, well, we're going to save the other topic for another show and go to how can both sexes do better. I think we really need to hear that.
I mean,
you sure? How you talking? How you gonna give what should be done better? Your ass still is in a 20-year relationship.
You gonna let me?
How you gonna give some advice?
You just gonna see that's poor communication skills right there. You see me talking and you just cut me off and interrupt me.
But Carrie, why would you let him talk on your show, Carrie? See, like when you're the leader of the show. When some people don't make sense, or he shouldn't have nothing to say about this topic. He don't even talk about it. He's the situation that we're discussing.
Well, you know what? The question was, how can both sex do better? So maybe he can tell us how he is going to do better.
And see, no, here go the thing. Okay. That's poor communication skills on your part because you could have said whatever you wanted to say after you let me, because I gave you a pause to see if you was gonna say anything. I was gonna let you have the floor, but you didn't want to take the floor. But as soon as I take the floor, you want to interrupt me. That's poor communication. What I think, this is what it's all about. It's all about just being able to put everything on the table with the person that you're with. And whether you shouldn't be afraid to tell that person anything, because if you can't communicate with that person, whether it's good, bad, or whatever, you're gonna always have issues. And sometimes it's hard to tell that it's hard to communicate certain stuff. It's like if your woman can't cook and it's just awful, it ain't got no taste to it. Don't cry. It's gonna be okay.
You're making me you're making me tear up. You're making me
what
tear
I'm
up.
saying is, no, that's what I'm saying. If you just gonna sit there and be miserable and keep eating that terrible food, that's your fault because you're not communicating to her. She might not. She see you eating and she think it's all good. But if you say, "Hey, baby, no, look, it was a little salty this time. You might need to hold back on the salt. Hey, add a little bit." That's it might hurt her feelings at the moment, but moving forward, it's gonna be better for you and her because she's satisfying you, which in turn is gonna mean that she's gonna try to satisfy y'all. Gonna try to satisfy each other. That's just like
so. Let me ask you a question. Then, so that was a great job of communicating that. So how do you? Let me ask you a question. How do you, in turn, use that same communication skills of telling her that you've been with for 15 years that, I love you, I want to be with you?
See, here's the thing. Your assumption is that me and her haven't had that conversation. So you don't know if she happy with the situation or not. You assume.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave you out. I'll have her on the show. I'm going to have her on Real Talk. And we're going to get down to the truth of it now. Without you on here, okay?
It don't matter if I'm on here or not on here. That's what I'm saying.
No, I don't want you on here.
You in
it
here.
Seems like when Oprah Winfrey and them had the special guests and they did them one night or sometime, she got the most out of her people because they were able to let it out. They went around their mates and their unloving people. I mean, they got a chance to get it out. So I want her with a one-on-one set, but I want her to get it out.
Okay. Well, the one thing I think both sexes can do better is just be open and honest, like Daryl said earlier. You got to be open and honest. And if you with somebody that you can't talk to, that's a red flag. Your mate may not be your best friend, but you should be able to go and say any and everything to them and not worry about, oh, it's gonna make him so upset, I can't tell him this, or she gonna cry if I tell her that. No, you cannot. You got to be open and honest to have a true, loving, understanding relationship.
And that's the length of my relationship is
why would you put that comment up there?
Because it's letting you know. Because when other people say
it's got something to do with everybody. As long as if we're doing the topic on matters of the heart, I can say what I want to say.
Of course, you can say what you want to say.
This is the United States of America.
Even if it's
I
wrong,
have my First Amendment right to sit up there to say what I want to say. And I sit up there and say that the length of his relationship is too long.
Okay. And I say the way that you treat Sean is atrocious.
Look, you trying to use a big word.
And I say, y'all have an understanding that works for y'all. If y'all happy,
there you go, here. That's what it's all about. Now, if here's the thing, and she knows this. At some point, she might come to me and say, "Daryl, we need to talk about this." And it's just like anything else. We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. And if she say, "Hey, well, you got a year, if you ain't finna marry me, blah blah blah," then we'll tackle that when we get to it. But we ain't got to that.
Well,
so as much as you want to try to influence her and try to turn her against
her to be married. I want her to be married. I want to do some couple trips. I just want her to be married.
Well, I got to be married to go on a couples trip.
Man, look, man, look.
I'm just saying, I got to be married to go on a couples trip.
I'm just saying, man. God don't like no shacking, man. I'm just telling you.
Now we're gonna go to the Bible.
Yeah,
you sure
the Bible say, man. Look, the Bible is the truth. The Bible is the truth.
Okay, so
This not me. This not.
hold on,
This
hold
not
on.
me. This
Hold
not
on.
me making it up. This
So-
not me
so-
making it up.
So fornication.
Oh,
So
yeah.
fornication is in the Bible too, but wasn't none stopping you from being Mr. 1800 when you was doing your thing.
I wasn't with nobody. I wasn't committed.
Okay, the Bible says you ain't supposed to have sex until you married. So you was just with these women. You wasn't doing nothing with them.
Okay. So okay. you want to get technical like that, huh?
I mean, it is what it is.
Okay, everybody put a stone in their pocket. And Terry, you tell me how both sets can do better. How about that?
He don't know.
What you mean I don't know?
He don't know.
I
How
know
he gonna tell you something he don't know, Kerry?
Man,
I mean, you asking this guy an impossible question. I mean, don't put him on the spot like that, but go ahead, T. Will. Do your best job. Do your best impersonation.
Man, look, no, I ain't got to do no impersonation, Dr. Man. Look, it takes two people to communicate. I've already mentioned. You can't tell me something that I already know by myself. I told you earlier part in the segment.
That don't make
I
it
struggle.
right.
I struggle. I ain't saying make it right, but at least I'm honest about it. I'm working towards it.
And that don't make it no better.
Look, man. Let's get back to your situation.
Why you keep
Let's get back to your situation. Let's not get on mine. Me and my wife been happily married for 2 years. Let's get back on your situation.
How long y'all been together?
What? We've been together going on 5 years.
Okay.
She's still here. I'm still here. So some right. Some right. We
Okay, I'm still here.
I'm
still here. Patrice still here. So evidently something going right.
But you should be. You should be there. She should give your ass the boot. She should give your ass the boot right now.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well,
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey.
You gotta get like me and Karen one day, man. You got to get like us. My goal is for this show that we get on here that we're all happily married people on this show. That's my goal.
The goal should be we all happy. So I'm happy.
My goal. How you gonna tell me what my goal is?
Carrie down there smiling, so I know she happy. You the only disgruntled employee we got.
Look, one of my friends told Richard, if I'm not smiling, something wrong. And everybody who know me know I'm smiling.
So she happy, Terry. You the only one over there with a grumpy old man face on right now.
You're damn right. And if I'm pissed and you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, and I ain't talking about my wife, but I'm just saying, period. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, I'm gonna look like this. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. You can tell if I'm pissed off or something wrong with me, or you saying something messed up. I'm gonna show it.
Terry,
but that's
Terry,
all about being yourself.
Terry, what did I tell you at the picnic? Terry, you got to calm down, Terry. We were talking about.
I wasn't gonna calm down. And you know what he wanted me to calm down? Ladies and gentlemen. You know what he wanted me to calm down on? The people with the tables and all that stuff was supposed to have been there at 8 o'clock that morning. You know what time they showed? 8:30. No tables. 9 o'clock. No tables. Now people got to be there at 12 now. 10 o'clock. No tables. So they're 2 hours late. They got a deposit gonna get paid, but we ain't got no tables. So you know me, I'm very detail oriented. I want things right, and this is a big alumni picnic, the biggest that we ever had. And
but what happened?
Just came out. Huh?
But what happened? But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You shooting off. You getting excited. You got everybody else around you excited. You telling the girl we ain't paying you your money when you get here. All of this.
You damn right. I told her that. And if she would have been 10 minutes late, she would have got shit.
But that's where the communication come in. You don't tell a person who you waiting on, I ain't gonna pay you when you get here.
Okay. So you know what? You're right, but you're right.
You don't tell the person who you waiting on. I ain't paying you all your money when you get here.
But Kerry, he right. And then he told me to calm down. You know what? I calmed down. Then guess what? Somebody pissed him off. Not even 20 minutes later, he come over there hollering and all that. You know, I said, calm down, Daryl. Calm down. And he looked at me funny because when the shoe was on the other foot. Now, you know the situation I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, wait a minute. I came to you, and me and you had a conversation.
But you was very irate with me.
Did anybody else see that?
Yes, the way you was bobbing your head. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They didn't see that. They didn't see that. They didn't see that.
Okay, we all can work on communication.
We can.
Whether it's a good situation, need to work on situation and understanding. We all can work on communication.
But
I'll take that, Kier. I'll take that. I still didn't get a chance to do what I wanted to do to him, but that's all right. You know, we got plenty of shows. I'll have my
Our
time.
goal is to have a good show.
because Terry, I keep telling you, this was not the subject for you to try to get anything on me, because we have an understanding. So it's nothing that you can say to her that's gonna have her thinking, "Oh yeah, we need to be married." It's not. It's
I'm
just
not
not.
trying to drive a wedge, but I just want you to be married. I mean, for my own selfish.
Terry,
Come on.
calm down. Calm
I
down.
mean,
What you want may not necessarily be what somebody else needs. You got to understand the want and the need.
I got you, Kier.
I mean, you got some kind of wager on me getting married or something. If I get married, you get a prize or something.
No, I'm listening to Kier. Kier said, "Leave you alone." I'm going to leave you alone.
I mean, you basically don't have a choice in the matter.
No, if she wasn't on the show, I'd still be on your ass. But you know, that's why we got a host on here that can keep us calm. So I'm good with it. But I've enjoyed the show. I mean, it's been good. I mean, good dialogue with the people and all that. So it is what it is.
Yes, and shout out to everyone who commented. We got some really great feedback. I love it. Continue to reach out to us. But the show we do, come on, watch the show, comment. We love it.
Yep. We want to subscribe, like, and share, please. We got a show for those who are not doing that first thing in the morning. We got our sports talking radio tomorrow. What time is it?
11 a.m.
11 a.m. our time, Central Standard Time. Hey, we're gonna talk sports. The same crew. We're gonna be talking sports. We're gonna be talking about John Gruden situation. We're gonna talk a lot about that. We're gonna talk about the front runners for the MVP in the NFL, who our picks are there, and then we're also gonna talk about it's been some surprise teams in a good way, in a bad way so far in 2021. So we're gonna have a segment about our contenders versus pretenders. And if you see Darryl over there shaking his head, he already know what show that his team is going to be on my list.
A year makes so much of a difference. Last year we couldn't have certain shows last year, but all of a sudden this year, we want to talk about contenders, pretenders, MVP candidates, and all of that. It's amazing how a year makes a difference.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about not just the offensive player of the year and defensive player of the year, and in some cases, they could be from the same team. Yeah, who knows? But you have to just check out the show tomorrow and at 11 o'clock, and I promise you're gonna love this show, man. Oh, you can laugh, man, but look. I ain't mention no team. Look, I'm not even wearing.
You ain't gotta mention no team.
Don't get hot.
You ain't gotta mention no team. Everybody know who you're talking about.
Care. I'm not yelling. Did we tell him to calm down? I mean, I'm trying to talk about the show tomorrow. What we talking about? That's all I'm saying.
We're gonna have a great show tomorrow with sports talk.
It's just so funny how last year, we ain't doing none of that. No, we don't need to do that. No, we good. Let's talk about hockey. Let's talk about anything but that. That's fine though. That's fine.
I just want to talk a little NFL tomorrow. I mean,
I know
you ain't gonna take too long.
I know you and Carrie want to talk some NFL tomorrow. Okay. I know y'all do.
Well,
you know what?
We got to catch up with the season. We've had
ain't about no catching up with no season. But you know what? This is all I'm gonna say. Have that same energy at the end of the year. Have that same energy at the end of the year.
We will. And then we're gonna talk a little NBA too. We're gonna talk about this Simmons, his situation over there with the Sixers. We're gonna talk about that too. So we just got a lot of good stuff tuned in. Looking forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. Again, it's at 11 a.m.
Hey, one thing. I need you to we'll talk about that after the show, because I was looking at this NBA top 75 greatest, and I'm having some issues. I'm having some problems with it. Not with who they picked,
Wow.
but yeah, some ain't adding up on the way I'm doing it. So we'll talk about that after the show. But great show.
Yep.
Appreciate everybody who tuned in. Let me kind of go down the list right quick. Wildflower, Sean chimed in, Angela Ryan, Miss Melissa Denise. Had a lot of comments. Tanya Humphreys, Rachel, of course. Rachel, when you coming on the sports talk show?
Man, we trying to pump our girls up, man.
What you be saying?
She's doing it, huh?
What you give her your Cat Williams?
I'll wait.
I'll wait. Anthony Ryan.
Yeah.
Lisa Michelle.
Anthony,
Terrence Thomas. Riri Lewis.
Big T.
Well,
I need Big T to call in tomorrow. I need Big T. I need some real Cowboy fans to call in tomorrow, man, because we gonna be talking about them.
Man, we
looking forward to it tomorrow, man.
Call in.
Look, man, we're gonna have a number out there. You're gonna be able to call in and all that.
Get all of them. Get the fan club. Get all of them to call in. Patty Duke.
But Rachel, we want you to call in. You're doing a great thing, man. For those that don't know, Rachel Dorsey's doing a great thing with the girls. I can't think of it. Was it GP2? Girls Play 2.
Girls Play 2.
That's something that Girls Play 2. It's GP2. You ever see that out there? That's something that she created out there. She's helping a lot of young ladies, the art of being teammates and learning the game of basketball at an early age and the camaraderie and all that. She's doing an excellent job with those youth, the young girls, the young ladies. I'm just glad to see it and that she didn't forget where she came from and helping those girls grow. So we would definitely like to have you on the show. We've been asking. I think she's a little nervous. I don't, she was clutch when she played basketball for Eastern High School, but when I've asked her to come on the show, I have different excuses and stuff. So maybe she's camera shy. She could be.
Again, poor communication. That ain't gonna get her on the show saying that shit. God, come on, Terry.
What?
None. Rachel, we love you. Whenever you feel up to it, let us know. You can
see. That's what I'm saying. See, that's a lie for you. He just told you we don't lie on the show, and he just up there telling you a lie.
Did I lie? Did I lie about anything I just said?
Did I lie about it? We done asked Rachel 10 times to get on the show, and she had. Yeah. It is what it is.
That ain't
I'm looking forward to whenever she decides to come on the show. I really want to hear more about the program that she's over and
you see how they work, Terry.
Ladies in the community.
Do you see how they work, Terry? Do you see how they work? Do you see how Carrie did that? Do you see the communication skills she just exhibited versus what you just said?
I've told you the entire show, butthole, that my communication skills need working on anyway. So what are you trying to say? That I already told you.
Great job, Carrie. Great job, Carrie. Great job. Maybe a couple more shows. You will rub off on him a little bit because I've been trying for the last 2 years and it ain't. I just.
Man, hurry up, man, so I can go catch my Tigers, man. Last time they were down 20. When they were down 21 to nothing last time, I was saying, come on, go Tigers.
I'll say that. Great show. I guess that's all we got for y'all. We appreciate y'all coming out. If you haven't already, subscribe to the show in the Clutch Sports Talking More podcast. Please like and subscribe so you can get those notifications and like and all of this so you can help our numbers. We're trying to get the subscription numbers up. We're trying to get the likes up for the analytical so we can get us some paid commercials on here and some stuff like that. We got some sponsors, but we need some more stuff coming in. But if that's it, if ain't nobody got nothing else, we can close the show out.
And what's our look? I'm gonna see y'all been gone a long time. What's the slogan as we leave? Oh, I know you got it written down. You're looking at you. He got it written down somewhere because he's staring at it.
I just posted it. If it's matters of the heart, your heart matters.
Your heart matters. But you say it with some feeling. Say it with some meaning.
If it's matters of the heart, your heart matters.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what it is.
Hey, thanks everybody for watching the show. We really appreciate y'all. Check us out tomorrow, 11 a.m. with the Sports Talk. I think next week we'll be, I'm not for sure. we got to get a real talk segment in, but we'll probably definitely be doing the sports talk again next week as well. Because there's a lot of stuff going on. We want to make sure that we stay up to date on all the things going on in sports. Because I mean, we had the first show and we hadn't did anything else. This the first Matters of the Heart show in a while, so we getting back into the swing of things, and we appreciate everybody who tuned in.
Take care.
Next show. We'll see y'all.
We're out.